Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be talking about the state of the UFC 229 fight card. So as you may or may not know, that is the card that will feature the return of Conor McGregor, the UFC's biggest star by far at the moment currently. And he'll be facing off against some sort of a rival in Khabib Nurmagomedov, who is the current lightweight champion, undefeated, undisputed. He holds the belt right now. Conor McGregor relinquished this title due to inactivity. So you got a pretty good storyline right there. Then you also added in the bus incident and Khabib smacking Artem Lobov, who is Conor McGregor's teammate and like one of his best friends. And then you had all that stuff and like Conor McGregor coming off the Floyd Mayweather fight and all this other stuff. So it's like this fight has all the makings to be a big fight. And then you look at the main event, it pretty much sells itself. But then that's the catch right there. That's where we kind of come. That's kind of where this video is coming from, and this topic is why I'm bringing up this topic for, because the UFC is basically looking to sell this whole fight card off of this main event. They're not adding any like other title fights on the card, any other former UFC champions or former title challengers. Like this, the main card doesn't feature any former UFC title challengers or former UFC champions. It's just like really relying heavily on Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Conor McGregor, or really is relying on Conor McGregor's return and Conor McGregor's draw factor. They're not trying to stack the card out too much. I mean, there's also pretty good fights, but I think there's some fighters that could definitely move themselves into good position in the title picture in their weight classes, in their respective weight classes. But there's definitely no people that are true like draw factors on this card outside of Conor McGregor and Khabib to some extent. I think Khabib is not really a draw himself, but definitely with the whole rivalry and him just being a challenger or somebody that's facing Conor McGregor. Well, Conor McGregor is really facing him because Khabib is the champion. But the fans gonna see that somebody challenging Conor McGregor because that's like, or at least the mainstream, the casual people. They're not gonna really know who Khabib Nurmagomedov is too much, but they're gonna come to see Conor McGregor. Then they're gonna get their little run through about the whole beef and stuff. That's what's gonna draw them even more so to watch the fight. But back to the topic of this video, they're really relying heavily on Conor McGregor in this pay-per-view right here. I don't know if it's a smart move to make. I guess it makes it easy because then you're going to pay Conor McGregor a whole rack of money, and then you won't have really anybody else on the payroll that's going to be require too much money. I don't think most people on the payroll are going to get paid definitely sub $50,000. Maybe like one fighter might get paid, other fighter outside of the main event might get paid like $80,000, $100,000, but most of them are going to be paid really around say like $30,000 and $16,000 and $40,000. It's not going to be too much money going around outside of the main event. And I think that works out well for them. I think it's a smart business move. It certainly like a slap in the face to maybe the hardcore fans who know better. They're like really the UFC just trying to like not even hiding the fact that they're trying to sell this pay-per-view on pretty much all on Conor McGregor's back. Like Conor McGregor's a star. You guys want to see him. You guys like to pay for him. He's a huge star. So that's what we're gonna give you Conor McGregor, and then we'll give you some other fights. Maybe they'll be excited, maybe they'll not. We don't really care too much. We just care about giving you Conor McGregor. That's what you want. We'll give you that, and we'll give you some other fighters just to fill the card out with. So, yeah, but it's a pretty decent business move, I guess, because like I said, you're not gonna have too many people to pay for like on the card outside of Conor McGregor. It's just gonna be Conor McGregor getting one big amount of money, Khabib getting some of that, like probably like 10% of that, or then everybody else getting like breadcrumbs like usual. But so like, what's like your opinions on this whole fight card house laid out? Do you think it's like kind of they're taking away from fans, or do you think it's a good move? Like all you really came for is Conor McGregor. Like I don't really care too much to see anything else on the card. I just want to see Conor McGregor. Or you think like, oh, these matches aren't that bad. They might not be big draws, or maybe casual fans don't know much about these fighters. But to me, I think it's a pretty decent enough card. What's your opinion? I think it's like definitely they could have stacked the card out a little bit better. Maybe added some other at least one or two more like big drawing matchups. Not necessarily a title fight, not necessarily nothing like amazing, but maybe some more draw factor fights. Maybe a little more interest on the card, but I think that these fights are pretty decent enough. I don't think they're as bad as some people will make them out to be. But it's definitely clear that Conor McGregor is the main draw factor, like really the only draw factor. That's the primary draw factor. That's what they're focusing all their attention on in this card. And that's about it. But that concludes my that concludes this video. That's all I got to say. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.